you doing, Dave?
I'm looking at something online.
He has his computer open, his cell phone,
right.
His headphones on.
I just wanted you to know, Jim, that he owes you a dinner.
You know,
right?
when you have skin in the game, you pay attention to what's going on the world stage.
Right.
I got news for you.
There you go.
Okay?
That's a loaded statement.
No, it's not a loaded statement. I'm going to know.
Welcome back, Jim. It's good to have you on the
Thanks,
program.
Ron.
It's good to have him back. It's good to see him. I haven't seen him for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, weeks.
Yeah. It was.
What were you down at the Florida division?
We took a.
Oh no, he got no. Don't tell me about commercial flights.
No, we
flew in a G6, had steak dinners.
I want to clarify something. His suit was salmon color.
Okay,
he was wearing at Nicolini's. I have all the inside scoop, but go ahead.
No, Brian and I took a tour of the Eastern Seaboard for some depositions for the past 2 weeks. So we're back. It's good to be.
He
it's
flew
good to be
on a
home.
private jet. Got served steak dinner.
Sure.
Well, I had to buy Frank dinner at Nicolini's.
Right.
Because Frank has deep pockets and short arms.
There you go. But who was he out to eat with? That says it all.
It was me, because I said, look, I'll buy you if you come out to dinner with me. He says, okay.
Right. Okay, so you see how it goes, Jim? All right. So anything else, David, or should we take some calls?
No, we're ready.
All right. So let's see who awaits us. You're on the air.
Is that me?
Yes, sir. Thank you for calling the Legal Show. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. I had my next door neighbor had moved down to Chillicothe, Ohio, and the moving company that he had come into our development, he had a large 53-foot trailer with a semi-truck tractor, and they had trouble maneuvering on our street, and he drove over my yard about 3 or 4 times with the trailer and the tractor and caused significant damage into my yard.
Yeah.
And I got an estimate from a landscaper for a few $100s, and I called the owner of the moving company, and he just pretty much told me to have a nice day and fix it myself. I'm 76 years old, and I just don't feel like doing that kind of work, and I spent a lot of money on my yard. So the question is, can I take him to small claims
Absolutely.
court, and how does that happen?
And he has to hire a lawyer. You can represent yourself. But if he has a company, he's not allowed to represent the company. So he has to hire a lawyer.
Be better off to give the guy a few $100 to get the other guy to fix it than hire a lawyer, right?
Right.
I mean, in all seriousness. But explain to him how he can get the ball rolling. Tell him what he needs. He's an older guy.
All right. Where do you live? Where do you live?
Canfield.
All right. So Molly Johnson is the Canfield judge. And if you go to the Canfield court, you know where that is?
Yes, I do.
Go in there, ask them for a small claims complaint form, fill it out with what you just said. It'd be you versus this company. They ran over my yard and they caused $250 damage, and attach the estimate from the landscaper, and they'll handle it from there.
Should he take pictures?
Okay,
pictures of the damage too.
Actually, we have it on the Ring doorbell.
He could present that when he goes to the small claims case. He should present those pictures.
Oh, hang on to that video. You got a good case.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I already have it on my phone, so I already transferred on my phone, so it's all good. So, okay, I appreciate that information. I'll take care of that.
Good luck. Good luck to you.
I think he has a strong case, David.
I do too.
I mean, he should. Attorney Melfi, I think that guy can win that case because he's going to be like Frank almost, who wins almost all of his cases. This guy can be the next Frank.
Like David
in this one.
Yeah, like David says, video frees you or fries you.
There you go.
You always say video frees you or fries you.
That's right.
There you go. All right.
And no rules of evidence.
Frank and I had a very interesting couple days.
Hold that thought. Let me take another call.
Okay,
you're on the air. Caller.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
What's your question?
Okay. So my son and I, not this past fall, a year and a half ago, were hunting in Pennsylvania, and we got a citation. We we were back at the vehicle and leaned our rifles on the tire of the truck and did not unload them. And here comes a game warden, give us a citation.
For what?
So for actually what it reads on when I got it in the mail, it reads loaded firearm in vehicles. Okay. But then on the next page, it says, well, it says the same thing. It's like a broad range of whatever it is, but it says the defendant did have a loaded firearm leaning against the motorized vehicle, not in motion.
Okay.
That's what it specifically says.
So you
on
should
there.
plead not guilty and say to the judge, Judge, here are our hunting license. We were hunting. We came back from hunting. We had every intention of unloading the firearms, and then he happens upon us. You know, when are you supposed to unload your firearms? You went back to the car. You were going to unload your firearms and keep the ammo and the gun separated.
Right. Well, this was a year and a half ago. So we paid the fine, and I did not. I'm not sure if my son did. He's 30 some years old. He's not a juvenile, but so I didn't sign it because I was irritated that it said on the thing loaded firearm in a vehicle, because that's not what it was. But it says by paying it, the fine's $250. By paying the fine, you admit guilt. But I paid the fine because I don't want to be a felon. So we paid the fine.
No, that's not a felony charge.
So, what's that?
That's not a felony charge.
Well, I didn't know what it would be if I didn't pay the fine. They'd come
It's
after me.
a summary
somehow.
offense.
So the problem isn't necessarily that. The problem is now my son right now, and for the last 8 months, has been in Colorado. He's going to flight school to be an airline pilot. And he find out he has a little bit of extra time, so he tried to sign up for DoorDash, and they denied him because of this offense that he has on his record of a loaded firearm in a vehicle. And
these are the things that happen when you admit to crimes you didn't commit.
Well, yeah, I don't know what to do at this point.
Well, I think that's expungable.
So he got a hold of. So actually, I called the game warden.
Well, hang on a second. Just pause for a second. Didn't you say he already paid the fine and pleaded guilty?
Yes, we paid the fine a year and a half ago.
Well, Dave, how do you unring the bell, right?
I'd have to check Pennsylvania law, but I'm pretty sure.
Let me continue a little
All right.
bit. So this just came about in the last few months, okay? And so I called the game warden, and honestly, he was real apologetic, and he's like, this should never. And he actually, I don't have it in front of me. He sent me something that says, in fact, I believe what his words were on the phone was, this is a wildlife violation. It should be less than a traffic violation. And it should never have anything. He said, in all my years, I never had anybody with a wildlife violation like this have anything to do with not getting employment for any reason. So you could get a hold of it and get it.
Caller, let me just tell you.
Okay.
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 You pled guilty to an offense. I don't know what else to tell you. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I think it's 5 years.
What, to withdraw the plea?
No, for an expungement.
In PA?
Yeah, for a summary
That's right.
offense.
So we started the process, and then they came back from the courthouse just recently and said, okay, it's 5 years before they could ever get it expunged.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
then
you're out. Oh, you pled guilty. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
How long ago?
I
didn't
guess-
hear
A year
that.
and a half ago. He and his son went hunting. They came back from hunting. They leaned the guns against the tire of the truck. I suppose they were, getting out of their hunting gear.
Yeah.
Game warden comes up and gives them a ticket, a summary offense, for having a firearm in a vehicle, and they pled guilty to it and paid $250.
Yeah. SOL
Yeah,
until 5 years is up.
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, I didn't know if I got an attorney. So I thought this was what he was trying to
It's
do.
a
on his
year and a
own,
half
was to
ago.
have an
I don't think the
attorney
court's going to
would-
undo it after a year and a half
benefit.
ago.
No.
Caller, you want to talk and you don't want to hear what Dave's saying. He said it's a year and a half ago. It's not going to go back
Yeah.
and do it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, his DoorDash career has been curtailed.
No, he couldn't get DoorDash delivered.
I
No.
wanted to be a DoorDash.
What? Do
dad,
you
but I-
think they don't deliver DoorDash to felons?
Oh, he wanted to be a DoorDash driver.
Yes.
and they
Oh.
won't do it because he's got that on his record.
Well, tell him
right?
to
Exactly.
Because
if you got that letter, send it in the DoorDash. See if they'll reconsider.
no, there's a reason why DoorDash has that policy, even though this is totally an innocent scenario. Because I'd love a civil case if I knew that, there's some firearm offense and something
Well-
happened. I mean, that's
Well, we're not concerned at all about DoorDash. The thing is, he's in the middle of a 2-year program to become an airline pilot. And I don't know if this is going to affect him being able to get a job when he's done with school.
Well,
there's
there's some rules out there about that, and so I would
Okay.
suggest you look up them.
Right. You might need to get it taken care of down the road. All right. Thank you. I mean, it's. So you're saying, Dave, once you plead guilty to something and pay the fine, it's hard to go back and try it.
After a year and a half,
A year-
absolutely.
Time period's the
Yeah.
problem.
Well, there he is. I think I recognize. Hey, Frank, how was your dinner at
Oh, I paid.
Nick
I
and
paid.
yeah. David was all over you.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
because
what's
he
it-
has.
what is your deal?
I said he's in love with you. You met
I'm
me.
not in love with.
Have you ever seen? You've seen Billy Madison, right? When
No.
Steve Buscemi puts the lipstick on, that's David with you.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
What exactly is wrong
look at
with
that
you?
pop on
I
Frank.
just keep thinking about that scene.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
I know it's messed up. And Jimmy, is acting like, oh, I've had a rough couple weeks. Yeah, flying on private jets, getting served steak dinners, champagne. Where did you go? Let's see, Tampa, New York
What do they
City,
say? Champagne. Champagne cocktails.
New York City, Boston,
Boston, Bedford, actually,
Bedford. Where else were you?
DC.
DC, all on a private jet.
No,
All,
I drove to
all
New
working.
York.
Okay, but then you
No, it was Breeze to Tampa, and then
And the private
then American
and then when did the private jet come
in the
in?
middle.
Okay, and did you have steak on the private jet?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Yeah, steak. Meanwhile, Ron's busting my chops for taking you out to dinner at Nicolini's.
I was
Frank-
his, I was
Frank
his
will
driver.
always-
I was his driver
Frank-
that night, Ron.
Frank will always go out
Right.
to dinner with me as long as I pay.
Listen, that's not
Right.
true. Hey, you know what, David?
He's
That's
like-
so. I can't.
He's
I saw
like the
just stop.
Allstate alligator thing.
Yeah, here we go.
I
Get a
got
new
it.
joke,
I
Get a new joke.
got it.
All right.
I can get it. Jimmy, you're no
Ron.
better.
Ron.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So,
Go
I
ahead,
had to
David.
pick up-
Frank, go ahead, please.
I had to pick up Mr. Beatrice. We went to a
Mhm.
very nice event, and I went with
Mhm.
Mr. Beatrice, and I picked him up, because he said, "Do you want the good news or the bad news?" And I said, "Give me the bad news." And he goes, "The bad news is you're driving." I said, "Okay." I said, "What's the good news?" He goes, "The good news is you're driving and I'm not driving." And I said, "Well, that's not good news for me, but whatever." So we went and we left, and he said, you want to get something to eat?" And said, "Sure." So we went to dinner, and after dinner, I took him home, and he was trying to get in his garage, but he forgot the code.
Wait, what?
Well, no,
You've lived there for 40 years.
No, let me tell you something about these codes.
No,
You know,
I
these
like it when Frank
boxes-
tells us.
Yeah,
story.
yeah, so stop. So
Frank
he gets,
exaggerates.
I'm not exaggerating.
He's
He gets
exaggerating.
out of the car, he goes up to his garage, he flips the little thing up, and he's pressing the button, and he's standing there. And I know you can picture him wrong, right? Right. He's got like his coat over his shoulder, and he's hitting these buttons, and it's not working. And
Right.
I have pulled out, and he's got like a shorter driveway, so I have pulled out, but I'm still in front of the driveway. And he then goes to his car to try to open his car and hit the garage door, and the car's locked. And now he's moving around all of his pockets trying to find his keys. Well, clearly his keys aren't on him because I drove him. And so then he gets mad at me for waiting because he knows I'm going to tell the story and laugh at him. And he goes,
Yeah, I said you need to leave.
just get the F out of here, would you? And I was crying laughing.
Why didn't you video this?
I did.
Oh, you are such a horrible.
I
One. You are a
Very good,
horrible-
Frank.
I
Very,
so
very good,
horrible.
Frank. Well done.
He
Well
does
done,
this stuff
Frank.
to me all. You should see.
he was
this.
he was setting off like all his motion lights in the yard because he's walking
Yeah.
around the house. trying
Does
to-
my home look like Fort Knox or
Oh,
what?
Okay, so Frank, let me ask you: did he eventually? What you have to bother his wife or get it out?
yeah, oh, yeah. He went to the door and was knocking. He never remembered the garage code.
I did. It wasn't
For the love
working.
of God, really?
Sometimes you have to pound or enter and then enter or the numbers. I don't remember because I never
How
used
long
them.
have you lived there, Dave?
40 years.
No. I've
Yeah.
lived
How long
there
have you? How long have you had that garage door
36 years.
code? 36 years.
This March.
And
yeah,
you couldn't-
36
you couldn't
years was
remember-
March.
So
I couldn't remember the code.
so Ron, earlier that day, you know,
Oh, there's more.
we knew we were going to this event, and you know, we had to make sure we had a suit on. And so I get back from court, and I go into his office, and he's sitting there, and I look at him, and he immediately gets on the defense and is like, "Don't look at me." And I'm like, "Well, what's wrong with your shirt?" Well, Dan, our intern, says he spilled a whole cup of coffee on himself driving back from Pennsylvania. So legitimately, by this time, his white shirt was dried, but it looked like a pit stain, and it was from like the top of his chest down. And in typical Beatrice fashion, he rubs it with his hand like he's gonna make it disappear, and he just smears it, right? I mean, so like, and so
See this
I
abuse have
said to him,
take,
I said, you're because you know, you're gonna change before we go, right? And he immediately yelled at me, "Of course I'm gonna change. What do you think? I'm not gonna change." I guarantee you, if Julie didn't tell him he had to change, he'd have went just like that.
Now I will.
Yeah. Well, here's the
Like
thing.
that.
You know what I do to him now, Ron, is he'll come walking across the office and I'll just look at him. And he doesn't know if I'm going to give him a compliment. Sometimes I give him a compliment like today. You're like, why are you looking at me? I'm like, you look good. Your beard's all trimmed up. Your suit looks good. But, you know, maybe in about a week or so, I'll get on him about something. But he never knows what he's going to get.
Well, Frank and I had a big week, and we can't even tell you why.
You're going to tell us before the show's done. At 6
No.
It was on. You put it on Instagram,
Well,
bro. Like,
Yeah.
the cat kind of is out of the bag, but we didn't realize they told us we're not.
I thoroughly
I
enjoyed your story,
deleted. I
Frank.
deleted all of
What's
those
that?
things.
I thoroughly enjoyed your version of what
Thank you.
happened. You know, if you didn't witness it and tape it, we would never know anything about it.
I know.
Isn't
You know,
that-
Ron,
You
I'm
know what
still
we
trying
got
to
to
get
do?
the
We
footage
got
of
to
when
be
he dumped
interviewed.
on the in the Warren Municipal Court in the winter on the ice.
Oh,
what?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You fell?
Yeah.
Did you hit your life alert button?
no, I didn't hit my life alert button. I don't have a life alert button.
Frank, help me. I've fallen.
Although
I can't get up, Frank.
I was
stand
at
by,
the-
stand by. We're going to come back with more right
Always stand by.
So stay tuned.
Over the years,
I
you
forgot
brought them into your
to be
home.
honest with you.
You were prescribed opioids after the
is under one roof, whether that's Buick or Cadillac or GMC or Chevy, you'll find it at Stadium GM in the heart of Salem. As a customer, I'll tell you, nobody treats you better than they do at Stadium GM. Like I say, everything's right there that they have for you. New or used cars, trucks, SUVs. You can find it all on the website, stadiumgm.com. You can find the Carfax reports. And what you'll find is a refreshing dealership that wants your business, treats you right, and wants your family's business generation after generation. That's what we've found as we've done business at Stadium GM for many, many years. Locally owned and operated by Shorty Navarro. It's not part of some big conglomerate. No, it's not. It's standing right there, and they know and appreciate each and every one of their customers. I am one, my family's one, and I think they'd like your family to be one as well. I couldn't be more satisfied. That's Stadium GM in the heart of Salem. All right, it's the Legal Show on News Radio 570 WKBN and Ron Verb. All right, let's go back to the action. I think you were talking, Frank, were you not, before the break?
I think so. What were we talking about?
We don't need to. we
No,
don't need to-
David was explaining.
How he couldn't remember his garage code.
No, it's not that
Yeah,
I couldn't.
no.
I knew my garage code
Well, why didn't you punch it in?
because I never do it. I'm always in my car. Okay.
So you don't know it then.
I know the numbers, but I think you have to hit pound or enter first. And I was trying all kinds
No,
of.
you do that second. That you do the numbers.
You
and then
hit the numbers and then you
Right.
hit enter.
That's how garage
That's what I did, and it didn't open.
because you didn't know the code.
I do know the code.
You might now. You didn't
No,
know.
I know the code.
How'd you find out the code?
I've known it
He
for
doesn't
years.
know the code.
It's a code that I use all the time.
He didn't know that night though.
I knew that night, Frank. Oh, you're just so full.
Right.
I mean,
David, I'm not lying.
why didn't you just come up with a story that the battery died? You've been working so hard that the battery
I have
died.
to open and see if the battery died. That is a distinct.
No, you
Oh,
never
just
thought
said
about
you got
that.
in through it.
Yeah.
No, what I
Yeah.
did is I used my phone to open up my car. Then I pressed the button.
Oh, you didn't have to call Pam?
Oh no, I didn't want to take that beating.
So you were afraid to call your wife and say, "Can you come on
Absolutely,
down? Let me in."
100% correct.
What? Can you imagine that?
100%. Oh, and listen to you, Mr. Brave Husband. Don't
Yeah.
even give me your BS.
Mhm.
Okay?
Mhm.
We know who wears the pants in your family, and it's definitely not Ron. It's Lisa. So don't even go there.
Ron, you know it's right around the corner.
What's that?
Beatrice's dinghy.
Oh yeah, it's still broken. Hopefully it'll be fixed in time. for
No.
summer.
I had to buy another one.
Oh, you got a dinghy replacement?
I got not as nice as the one I had.
So it's
Right,
not a
but I
good
mean-
dinghy.
Yeah, it's not a good ding.
No, but Jim Melfi's been working on the case for how long?
Is your dinghy serviceable?
How long has Justin been gone?
Yeah.
2 years?
I mean-
Yeah.
Okay, and he filed it a year before he left.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
3 years, I've had a dangling participle. I'm like the shoemaker's son.
Frank, I really want it to be the longest running case in the Ohio court system, like the oldest
For the
case.
sake of the radio show, I don't think his dinghy should ever be fixed.
Right. So did you?
I got a dinghy. I just want my money back for the idiot that broke my engine.
All right. So
Jimmy
are
says
you-
we have a good case. Justin says we have a good case. Jimmy, what they offer me? $1,000. That's $25,000
David,
dinghy.
you gotta you value your dinghy more than what it's worth. Your dinghy isn't worth that much
I lost
money.
the whole season, Frank. What are you talking about?
I did lose the season.
Listen,
All right,
season.
well, okay, so yeah, but you got to
There has to be
factor
a
in
law on
everything
that.
about the loss, right? What's that loss worth at? How old was the dinghy? 68.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was
What's
no.
it- what's it- let me ask you something, Frank.
Yes, sir.
Frank, was it
20.
Was it
20.
a dinghy
That
replacement?
was a 5-year-old dinghy.
I didn't hear Ron's
It was a
question.
5-year-old jet boat.
Was the
Jefferson
dinghy
jet
replacement
boat.
smaller than the original dinghy?
Yes.
Oh, you got a smaller dinghy. You didn't get an upgrade?
No, the one I
No.
had was
Is
40,000 brand new. The one I had.
He's talking about the size.
Right.
The one I bought is 6 inches smaller and a
Oh, yeah.
smaller engine.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a. You
And I
have
paid
a-
$21,000 for that one.
You
Okay.
have a.
The one I had, they wanted $40,000 for it. Now here's the thing with my dinghy.
It's an expensive dinghy.
Oh, you
And
can't
smaller
ride that
dinghy.
dinghy very hard because if you ride the dinghy, you will get crashed by a wake. Like it has to be flat. Like if I want to put the pedal to the metal, That
Yeah.
dinghy will do. That old dinghy I had would do 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, it was like SEAL Team 6.
Well, Dave, at your age, you shouldn't be using that dinghy that much, anyways. Don't
I
rush
shouldn't
it.
be going at it hard
Yeah,
at it.
exactly.
And
I mean, really.
this dinghy, my
You
mechanic,
can blow a
I
gasket.
forgot to unhook the battery, so I blew the battery on the new dinghy. I had to buy a
Oh,
new
my
battery for the dinghy.
Mhm.
Okay, I can't wait to see what it's going to cost to fill up my boat this year. We're not taking many trips, I can tell you that.
Right. No, well, we're just glad that some progress has happened and that you got the
No progress has happened on my case.
No,
For 3 years. No progress. It's 2020.
It's like
That's when it happened. It is now 2026. And I
Yeah.
still have a pending lawsuit in the Mahoney County Common Police Court for my dinghy.
Well, you're overvaluating it.
I'm not, because it depreciated just from the time they won't settle the case.
Okay. I
Well,
mean,
the case is never going to
come
settle.
on.
It's going to be the longest running.
No, it's not. You're going to settle that case and give me some money.
Right.
When Frank, when you're in the nursing home and Frank brings you an ice cream cone, I'm going to tell him when it's close to the end, Jimmy settled the case.
Yeah, real funny.
It's so
Real
sad.
funny.
isn't
I
it?
had to go to my orthopedic surgeon today because
What for?
my knee and my ankle were bothering me.
Why is that, Grandpa?
Well, that's a good rendition. So he looked at everything and he goes, "Well, this is what happens when you get old. You develop arthritis."
What, was it the knee you got done or the other
No,
one?
the knee I got done is in better shape than my other knee.
Well, yeah, of
Because
course,
then
yeah.
he's going to do this one next.
No,
So
no.
your
he goes-
doctor told you this is what happens when you get old?
Well, he said, you got arthritis, and he says it's going to lead eventually to a meniscus tear, and then eventually I'm going to have to get that knee. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing.
That sounds
it
like a
again.
very familiar case that I know.
No, because
You got to
they-
watch. Get that thing's gonna be bone on bone. You'll be miserable.
He said I'm not bone on bone yet, and when
Well,
I'm
not
bone on
yet.
bone, there's another 3 years I could suck out of it between the Sinefeld, or not the Sinefeld. There's the stuff they can inject, and then
Right.
the cortisone, and
What? What are
then
they going to inject?
they inject it right into your knee. Pulls out this
Right.
big old needle.
Oof.
Right? He has this,
Yeah.
and he sticks that needle right in the middle of your knee, like halfway in. I'm going,
that
oh my
sounds
god!
pleasant.
And he's hitting that freezing can. It's so cold you can't feel it, and then he
Nope.
just shoots that stuff in there.
Yeah, it's miserable.
Nope.
I've had to get those shots on my elbow.
Wow.
It's miserable.
Well, you got a lot going on, man. You got bad
Frank and I
knees.
had a very eventful week.
Well, how's
I
that?
can't
David?
talk about it.
I can't tell you, but I could tell you we were interviewed by national TV at Larry Zonka's home, old home.
Childhood.
Really?
Yeah,
It's an Airbnb in Lisbon, Ohio.
Yeah.
Pretty cool place.
very cool place.
And you were interviewed in that home?
Yeah,
Is there a high demand for an
What?
Airbnb in Lisbon?
It's like a farmhouse. It,
Listen, I-
sleeps 20.
yeah. I Zillowed it, and they go, "This house is not for sale." Like everyone wants to buy that house.
Yeah.
And they won't sell it because there's a working farm next to it.
Yeah.
It's a
Was it-
beautiful
what-
home, though.
Was this involved? Does this involve that case with CBS was covering with you guys?
Yes.
Can't say. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's about all I could say.
All right. So
They may have
when will
been
it
in
be
the
on
office
TV?
today shooting B-roll. That was fun
Right.
because we actually had to act.
Yeah.
They'd go
What, you-
action.
What, Dave? You had to act like you were busy while Frank and Jimmy were working.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Well, what he's not telling you is that the working farm, he was baling hay and Frank was the one giving the interview.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. The show
Oh
horse.
my!
Please.
I mean, you know,
I
so-
nominated Frank. I hope. What?
Don't talk about this. Change the station.
What do you mean? change
No.
the
We're
station?
not
All right,
talking
I'm not allowed to tell you, Ron.
All right, that's fine.
Oh, it's fine if it's.
I know what
Frank.
it is.
But if it's me, oh, I gotta hear it. I gotta hear it. I gotta hear it.
Listen, if Frank asks me to move along, I'm more than willing to move along, if you don't mind.
Thanks,
I
Ron.
mean, thank you,
Okay.
Frank, for that.
Do we have any
kind of
calls,
stuff.
Ron?
Yes. Would you like to take some?
I would actually.
Why are you so irritable?
I'm not irritable.
Why are you so ornery?
No, I'm not ornery.
Boy, I tell you.
You eat nails for breakfast.
I mean, you know what? His broken dinghy really gets him irritable.
It does in a way. Now that I realize that the suit was filed in 2020,
Right.
I just made that up. I have no idea.
no, that's when it was,
Okay.
Yeah.
and now it's 2026. At
Right.
some point, the judge is going to say, "You got to move this case, Jimmy."
Okay, David.
What
Just
did
settle it, Jim. Just settle it for 1,000. Let's
No,
take some
we're not
calls.
just settling it.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, my
You're on the air. Hello. Line 1, hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Are you there?
Yes, go ahead, please.
So I sent you an email, and Dave, I sent this to you on your phone, but I have a question. I've been making a number of public records requests because I'm actually thinking about a regionalization project using AI. And anyway, that's just an interesting point, but it doesn't matter what my intent is. So I asked a city, we'll just say at this point, for its water account information. Basically, who do you sell the water to, and any other things you can do. And a number of cities have responded, but the one responded kind of interesting, saying that thank you for your request, but unfortunately the information you are requesting is prohibited from being disclosed pursuant Ohio Revised Code 143.49. And then so my question is, how does anyone know that they're selling the water and people are paying for it, and if
you're asking for individual names, if you would just say how many customers do you have and what is the average bill, you could probably get an answer to that.
But not the specific names of the users.
Right.
And I didn't care too much because I learned how to master the data at the county auditor, and so I got all the parcel information and all the houses, and I know who they sell. So I actually know. I figured it out either way, but I found it kind of silly that they can't.
So if any public officials, public entities deny a legitimate Freedom of Information Act kind of stuff, and you have to sue them, they have to pay your legal fees if they're wrong.
Okay.
So, but if you got the information, you got the information.
Sure.
And I'm about to. So, but I wanted to get your opinion on that. I mean, there's no way I could ask who are the houses you sell it to. You know what I mean? Like, how would you?
I'd have to look at the statute section they sent you. Okay.
Yeah,
I'd have to read that.
I left you a memento, Dave, if you want to look at it.
I know you
Just
sent it
maybe
to me
next
on
week
my
or something.
iPhone. I would rather have needles in my eyes than to get documents on my iPhone. If you could email it to me, I'd like that much better.
All right. Speak a little closer to the microphone, Dave.
If you could email it to me, I would like that a lot better.
All right. Thank you, Dave.
Okay, it'll be better than putting it on your dinghy.
Yes.
See, this is why I can never settle because I mean you can never lose this bit.
Right. Well, thank you, caller. And Dave, if hopefully your fishing will get
I think it
better,
was
and he'll
either
email
20
it
or
to you.
21 that
Frank, look at the
suit initially got filed.
see those nose hairs
Yeah.
coming out.
You're on the air with the legal
It's like-
show. Hello.
It's like blinds in my house.
Hello, caller. Are you there?
Somebody there?
You can
Yeah,
wash
go
a
ahead,
car with
please.
those. Like
Go
a
ahead.
car
This
wash.
was, I hunt in Pennsylvania as well, and I heard that guy call in, but Pennsylvania has a specific statute that says if the firearm is loaded and resting on the vehicle or any part of the vehicle, it's a crime.
Well, that's
So
ridiculous.
he was guilty no matter what if he still listened.
I would challenge that on a constitutional basis.
Yeah.
I mean, they're out hunting. The car's not running. They're taking off their gear. I would challenge that.
That's what the rules say, not on or it doesn't matter if the vehicle's moving or under power or not.
Stupid rule.
That's a stupid rule. I'm sorry. You're a hunter.
Well, it's 'cause
And you
people
come
leave
back
there
from
and they
hunting.
don't take
What, are you
the
supposed to
safety
throw
off,
your
they
gun
fall
on the
over and then they
ground?
go off.
What? Are you supposed to throw your gun on the
There's a lot
ground?
of idiots out there that take the safety off, rest it against the vehicle, falls off at discharge, and somebody gets accidentally shot because they left control of a loaded firearm to fall over.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but if it laid down, there would have been no crime.
In a vehicle, it still would have been a crime.
No,
No, on the ground.
on the ground.
On the ground, no crime.
It's
But if they
ridiculous.
picked it up
It's
and
leaning
dropped-
on the car. It's a crime.
But if they picked it up and dropped it and it accidentally went off, that's how someone can get hurt too. I just think it's a stupid law. I mean,
Well,
you're
I'm
not
not
in the
thinking
car.
about it.
You were
It's
legitimately
unlawful to have a
hunting.
loaded firearm on or against any motor vehicle or any attachments to the vehicle, regardless of whether the vehicle is moving or stationary. Right in the hunter safety rules.
Right in the rules, Dave. Right in the rules.
Oh, whatever.
Frank, could you imagine
Thank you,
David
Palmer.
hunting? Dave, have you been hunting?
God.
Like in camo?
Never.
What if you like the wedding crashes when you get shot? Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like
No, no.
Can you imagine him with a loaded firearm
I
climbing up
had,
a
listen
deer?
to me. Before my son enlisted
up in
in
a
the
tree
military,
stand.
Yeah.
Before my son enlisted in the military, I did.
A little
I-
closer to the mic once again, please. For the love of God.
before my son entered the military,
Yeah.
I had one firearm because some guy was trying to kill me. Okay? I
Is
had
that
to
the guy who
move.
put the pipe bomb out by the office?
Different guy.
Different. That was
Oh,
a different
okay.
one. I had to move my. This was a different guy that wanted to kill me. I wound up
Sometimes
representing him.
sometimes I lose track.
I wound up representing him in federal court. By the way,
Before or after he wanted to kill you?
after he actually said he saved my life. He said the guy he was with wanted to kill me, and he said he talked him out of it. So he said I owe him because I talked the guy out of killing me.
Why did they want to kill you?
So the guy was dating. I was the special prosecutor at the time, and the guy was dating one of my paralegals, and he kept smacking her around. And I'd have her go down and file complaints, and they go and arrest him.
Mhm.
And he was sick of me telling her that, she should complain about being beaten. So he
Right.
wanted to kill me.
Mhm. And the other guy talked him out of it.
That's what he said. I don't know if there's any real truth to
Right.
it, but I
But
did
yourself-
wind up representing him in federal court
I'm just trying to keep track
for-
of my notebook here. That was not the guy that
for
put the
creating a
pipe
bomb or for bombing bombs.
The pipe bomb guy was a different guy, right?
That was a different guy.
Okay.
So I had to move my wife out. I remember the FBI coming to my office. This is not a lie.
This is the best. This is when we get David goes. This is the best.
The FBI comes into my office, and I was working with the FBI on the task force, but these were new FBI guys, right? They come in my office, and I'll be honest with you, they flash those badges. You poop your pants a little bit. I'll be honest with you. You don't want to, but when they flash those badges, it's intimidating. I was a young lawyer. I was intimidated. And they go, we have to tell you something. And I go, what do you have to tell me? They go, through a wiretap, we found out that someone wants to kill you. So we're here to warn you to protect yourself. I said, okay, who wants to kill me? They go, we can't tell you that. I go, why are you even in my office then? Is it the dry cleaner? Is it my neighbor? Is it a client? Well, protect myself from who am I supposed to protect myself from? Exactly.
Yeah.
Who am I exactly supposed to protect myself? I said, I wish you guys wouldn't have come in here. Now I'm super paranoid. So I moved my wife and my kids to my sister-in-law. I installed, you see how my house is lit up? My house is lit up like Fort Knox. I have motion for lights and everything. And finally, about 4 months later, a now deceased lawyer, he goes, hey, Beatrice. I go, what? He goes, FBI come to you and say someone's trying to kill you? And I go, yeah, how do you know that? He goes, that was my client. Don't worry about it. He don't want to kill you no more. I go, oh.
Wait.
Like,
So you moved everybody out this, but you stayed in the house.
yeah.
So
I
did you like sit like in a folding chair, like fistful of
what-
dollars, and
no,
like, waiting for this guy to show up with like a gun? Like,
What freaked me out, Joseph at that time was 6 or 7 years old. And I had a green ottoman chair with an ottoman, a green chair with an ottoman. And I used to bounce them on my knee. And this guy said to me, he goes, when I saw him
Well,
out.
this is not the time the FBI warned you. This is a different time. Right?
No, this is the time that FBI. So after that lawyer told me, my guy doesn't want to kill you anymore, about a year or two later, I saw this guy out at a bar and I said, is your name such and such? And he goes, yeah. He goes, were you trying to kill me? He goes, no, actually, I saved your life. I go, how did you save my life? He says, well, we were in your backyard. We were watching you bounce your son up and down on the green
my
chair. He goes, and I said to the guy, I go, we can't kill him. He's got young kids. How about we just put a bomb on his front porch just to scare him? I go, so what you're telling me is that you saved my life? He goes, that's absolutely what I'm telling you. I go, bartender, buy this man a drink.
Oh, let's take a call. You're on the air.
This is a true story.
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Yes.
It's in chapter 2 of your book.
Dave, don't worry.
Go ahead.
Biden, he couldn't remember the code either for the garage, so don't feel bad.
Okay, let's not talk politics.
We're a
Okay?
legal show.
We're a legal show.
So,
He's just making a
can we go
comparison.
back to the earlier call where I guess there was a guy that used to be a girl and he wasn't satisfied with the dinghy that he purchased?
Yes. Yeah. something
No,
like that.
I'm not a man. I am a man. I have no desire at this point in my life to transition to anything other than
Clearly
having
you
some
misinterpreted
drinks
your problem.
and being on my boat. That's all I want to transition to. Okay. I have no
Okay,
desire to be a
I do
female.
have
Wait a minute. Go ahead, caller.
I have a real question. The firearm theme today. I heard that if you own firearms and you die and you pass them down to your kids, they have to be in a trust. Otherwise, they could be like in illegal possession of them. Or
No.
No, that's not true.
That's not true.
Unless they're a felon, then they can't have them.
Yeah, if they're a felon or they have a domestic violence or something
Have
like
you
that.
met my kids? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
they're freely transferable. In Ohio, you can keep a loaded gun in your car. I mean, they still think the prosecutors are still charging us when someone has a gun in their car and it's loaded. Now, the law is Ohio's an open carry state, so you could carry an open gun outside. And so it makes no sense that you have a gun under your seat and they charge you with that. I want to fight that one because I know I can
So
win
you
that
could have
one.
it on your person while driving?
Yes.
That's okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But you know,
Ohio's a
minimum-
constitutional
and-
carry state now. Now, here's where the law gets a little tricky. If you get pulled over by the police and they ask you, do you have a firearm in the motor vehicle? You're not allowed to lie, but you could say, I'm invoking my First Amendment right to remain silent. Okay. Then he has to make a decision. Yeah. Well, first, too, because you see, you guys, you can't reverse engineer anything. If you have a right to speak,
Yeah,
that gives you a right not to speak. So, First Amendment. There's a little constitutional lesson.
I'd love to see you make that argument
Yeah.
in court.
I don't know if I'm agreeing.
If you have a right to speak, you have a right not to
Why
speak.
would you complicate it?
Yeah.
I was just
Right.
to mess with the
Hey,
cop.
how about the Fourth Amendment when they go to search your vehicle?
All right, so here's what I tell people. Listen to me. When you get pulled over by a police officer, first of all, be respectful. That police officer doesn't know if it's Joe Citizen or the robber that just hijacked your car. They have no idea. They ran the plate and they know who owns the car, but they don't know if that's the person in the car. So
Oh,
If-
believe me, I know that. Yeah,
they're very, and I keep my hands at 10 and 2. Okay. When he comes up to my window, he says, do you know why I pulled you over? And you'd be surprised. People go, yeah, I was speeding. I go, no, officer, I don't know why you pulled me over because anything you say can and will be used against you in court. And he says, driver's license, registration, insurance. I said, absolutely. Now, in the visor of my car, I keep my registration and my insurance card together. And I said, officer, it's in my visor. Can I get it? He goes, yeah. I go like this. I go, my license is in my left pocket. Can I get it? He goes, absolutely. So I get it and I give it to him. And if he asks you to get out of the car, you must get out of the car because you're coming out of that car one way or another.
Unless you want your windows broken.
Unless you want your windows broken, your seatbelt cut, and get an obstruction of justice charge, you're getting out of that car. Okay? I always tell people the time to fight for your constitutional rights is not on the side of a road with a guy with a gun and a badge and the power to arrest you. You're never going to win. If he violates your right, you can sue him for violating your constitutional rights. But it can get shitty, excuse me, it can get bad real fast on the side of the road. Now, if he asks you, can I search your car? You say, I do not voluntarily consent to a search of my car.
Say no.
Say, no, you may not search my car. Now, they're all wearing body cameras now. And then he has to make a decision whether he has the proper grounds to search your car or not. But so many people just, search my car. And they
And
find...
they know there's drugs in there.
Yeah.
They go, hey, man,
It ain't mine.
how'd that get there?
Yeah.
or
You had drugs in your car. Why'd you let him search it? He goes, well, I thought if I let him search it, he wouldn't search it because I was letting him search it. I go, how'd that plan work out for you?
or I figured if he found it because I let him and I was complying, he'd let me go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Here's another 911 for the caller, 411 for the callers. You ready? Police are absolutely allowed to lie to you. They could pull you over and
But
say,
the flip side of that is you are absolutely
not allowed
to lie to them.
right.
So if you tell a policeman, if he asks you a question and you try to play cute and you lie, and
That's
they can prove
falsification.
you lie, you can get charged. If you don't want to talk or you could be compromised, the answer is, I want my lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. We just had a case.
Okay, quickly.
All right, where we had two guys charged with homicide. They separated them, and they're working them. They're telling the one guy, your brother's saying everything about you. Now, you want to tell us what happened? They go to the other brother. Your brother's telling us everything. We know about everything. And they both said, nah, you ain't getting me like that. Tomorrow morning on WFMJ, today at 6:40, I'm going to be talking about consumer laws. Everyone join me.
Thank you, David. Thank you, guys.
See you, Ron.
See you around.
iHeartRadio goes one-on-one with Darius
when they
Rucker
arrested,
to ask if time has
when they
turned him
arrested,
into a homebody.
I've become such a homebody.
Yeah, we off,
The
Leo?
older I get, the more content